involving this murder that occurred yesterday afternoon in Dothan. We've had a lot of calls about it, and a lot of public concerns about it, and we certainly understand that. We want everybody to know that the police department is working as diligently as we can towards solving this crime. It was a terrible thing that happened. Most of you, just to refresh your memory, yesterday afternoon, in the afternoon we had a store owner that was shot and killed while in the store, Miss Bridges, and we are leaning toward this time believing that it may be the result of a robbery that went bad. This is the first murder we've had in the city of Dothan this year, and our investigators are working tirelessly towards solving this, and we are determined to utilize every resource we have until we bring this case to a conclusion. I'd like to apologize at the very outset of this thing by not being able to give you a whole lot of information. I know it may seem that the police department's been a little tight-lipped over this, but we do have procedures that we have to go by and certain things that we have to keep confidential for the integrity of the case. So with that said, I'll be glad to answer any questions. Like I said, we don't have any revelations at this time. We haven't arrested any suspects. We have received numerous Crime Stopper tips. We've received a lot of input from the community, and we're appreciative of that, and we're reaching out to the community and asking that if anybody who saw anything yesterday afternoon in the area of Fortner Street and South Park, please call the police department and let us know. We're running down every lead. We've had several news agencies call and ask if we've looked at if we've had a car stopped in this location or had a car stopped in that location, and we have. We've received tips, and when we receive those tips, we follow up on them. So no tip is too insignificant. If anyone saw anything, we're asking for your assistance. Yes.
I was wondering, we drove by the store today and noticed that officers were stopping traffic. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that might help your investigation and that sort of thing?
Sure.
Stopping traffic on South Park.
Right. Much of the traffic that goes up and down South Park and Fortner Street on a daily basis is routine traffic. Okay. In other words, it may be someone who is on a route. It could be someone going to stock a store. It could be someone going back and forth to their home. And what we're doing is we're stopping motorists, and we're asking if they had traveled during that part of the day yesterday, and if they saw anything out of the ordinary, and if they did, to pass it on to us. That's just another one of the things that we've done. Our investigators were out till about 5:30 a.m. this morning, and took a break, and some of them are sleeping now while we have the command post set up over there right now. I've been in contact with Chief Benton, who is on his way back to town, and it's a priority with him and the rest of us. The Sheriff's Department has offered any support that they can give us, as other outlying law enforcement agencies. Everyone is concerned, and obviously justifiably so, when a business owner is robbed and killed. And that's it's very important, and we're gonna work until we exhaust every lead we have, and then we're gonna work some more. It was probably yesterday, I'm gonna say probably shortly after noon and thereabouts, give or take a little bit. We do have a little more evidence that makes us believe that we've got it narrowed down somewhat finer than that, but I really can't disclose that information right now without compromising some of the integrity of the investigation.
So shortly after noon till...
Yes, Ms. West.
Do you know, bear with me, do you know how long you're going to continue to stop traffic in South Park?
And when you started?
What time did we start that this morning?
About 10, I believe. Called me around 10.
We started about 10 o'clock this morning. It's most of the people in the community don't have a problem with being stopped and asked, hey, did you see anything? We're going to do it until we exhaust the possibility of getting any more information. I would say the rest of the day, maybe some tomorrow.
Have you gotten information from,
We have. We've got some information from some people that we've stopped that said, well, you know, I was by here yesterday and I saw something that, you know, whatever, and we followed up on that. So, we have had some Crime Stoppers tip come in. The district attorney is included in that 11,000 ride. I would think that would probably come from the governor's office.
That's what he said. He's gonna ask the governor to add an additional 5.
But is that for certain yet? Or
It hadn't been,
I've never known the governor's office to turn down a request like that.
Okay.
So I would anticipate that being the case. And there are people out there that know what happened. And our hearts go out to the family. They've been very cooperative. It's a difficult process oftentimes when you start conducting these investigations over a loved one. And they've been very cooperative and helpful as well.
Can you tell us a little bit about this mobile command center and how you think it might help investigate a crime like this?
Sure.
You know, are there people inside right now? I mean, that kind of thing?
There are, and what it does is it serves the purpose to do a mobile command post, which allows officers to come in and make telephone calls, use the radio, sit down and use a desk. There's, you know, plotting boards and things like that in there if they need to utilize those to check off on things they had done, neighborhood areas. You know, if officers are canvassing the neighborhood on foot, which they have been doing, and they come up with a residence maybe that they don't make contact, they can relay that back to the command center. They can put that down as a note to check back in the evening. So we're gonna sweep the entire neighborhood all around there, and hopefully we'll come up with something. Certainly would add to the security of it. That's a bonus to us doing it, and of course not the reason we're doing it. Anytime you have a crime scene like this, that crime scene is processed from the very outset, and we'll process it again. We'll go over it and over and over to make sure you miss it.
Are you able to tell us why you believe it was a robbery gone bad?
Well, we'd really rather not speculate on some of the items that may not be there any longer. But based on just based on our information that we've received from some of the other family members, you know, we just tend to believe that may have been the